we are still in spin room. We are just 1 hour before the debate to begin, and as you can see, most of the media people are here. They're just chatting, and I think eventually they'll all be settling down in their chairs and watching the debate on the closed circuit TV here. And maybe at the end of the debate, some of the candidates will be coming here to the spin room and answer some questions from the media. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Leaving South Carolina after the victory in Iowa would be a natural spring. He got the victory in Iowa. He did not get a spring in South Carolina. He got the opposite. Or smashed. It's crap. So now he has to rebuild things. And in any presidential campaign, when you're rebuilding on the fly and you're rebuilding currently, it works against you. Momentum becomes your enemy. Has the momentum.
Is this I guess, coin a word, superist, Super Tuesday in the history of Super Tuesday?
I wouldn't say it's the biggest Super Tuesday in the history of American presidential politics on either side. It's important. It is by far the largest delegate, 623 delegates are up for grabs, 12 states are voting. So in that sense, it's big. You only need 1,237 to claim the Republican nomination. But if this were a different contest, and John Kasich might stand here and say it will be a different contest, by gum, Ohio is going to be really important. Mark Rubio going to say, forget the polls now, I'm going to catch up to Trump and I'm going to make Florida a huge place that goes after Super Tuesday. So it's very, very important. It could be the day in which Trump essentially mathematically closes this out. Other candidates will stay in and soldier on with less credibility. But there have been bigger Super Tuesdays in America.
Immigration.
The point that I made was that you had criticized Mitt Romney for self-deportation. You said that his strategy of self-deportation is why he lost the election. And I think people in Florida would be surprised, because in fact the article that was today, they interviewed a number of people that would have been willing to do those jobs if you had been willing to hire them to do it.
I criticized Mitt Romney for...
Here in the state of Texas, I ran promising to lead the fight against amnesty, promising to fight to build a wall. And in 2013, when I was leading the fight against the Gang of Eight amnesty bill, where was Donald? He was firing Dennis Rodman on Celebrity Apprentice. And indeed, if you look at the Gang of Eight, one individual on this stage broke his promise to the men and women who elected him and wrote the amnesty bill. But Donald funded the Gang of Eight. If you look at the 8 members of the Gang of Eight, Donald gave over $50,000 to 3 Democrats and 2 Republicans. And when you're funding open border politicians, you shouldn't be surprised when they fight for open borders. And I think if you want to know who actually will secure the borders and follow through, you ought to ask who has a record before they were a candidate for president of fighting to secure the borders and stop amnesty, and I'm the only one on this stage that has that record. And by the way, Marco is exactly right, that a federal court found Donald guilty of being part of a conspiracy to hire people illegally and entered a $1 million judgment against.
I've already described, how we can secure the border. We need to secure all the borders, because it's not just people coming in from South America and Mexico, but there are terrorists who want to destroy us, who are getting across our borders fairly easily. We have to stop that. But in terms of the people who are here already, after we stop the illegal immigration, we need to be reasonable. And I would give them a 6-month period in which to get registered as a guest worker, assuming that they have an acceptable record. They have to pay a back tax penalty, have to pay taxes going forward, but they don't have to live.
Melt down on the stage like I've never seen anybody.
Let's say focus on the substance.
I said, well,
Let's talk about your plan.
Every night it says 5 things. Everyone's dumb. He's going to make America great again. We're going to win, win, win.
Senator
He's winning in the polls.
Please
the lines around the street. Every night.
Senator Rubio. Senator Rubio, you will have time to...
Donald and Hillary Clinton want to be neutral, to use Donald's word, between Israel and the Palestinians. Let me be clear. If I'm president, America will stand unapologetically with the nation of Israel. And the notion of neutrality is based upon the left buying into this moral relativism that is often pitched in the media. Listen, it is not equivalent. When you have terrorists strapping dynamite around their chest, exploding, and
leadership on the island has to show their willingness to get their house in order and put in place measures.
Yeah. Excuse you guys. Can everyone step back, please?
If the economy in Puerto Rico does not grow, they will never
Go bend back.
Yeah, because they fits.
Wait a minute. I can't say that anymore. I can't say this is supposed to. 1, 2, 3.
We'll probably just work like a rope line.
Well, maybe. Let me. Well, let's go back on the wall.
Well, maybe one of them will say, hey, jump the fence.
Someone wants to. They want to mark at the top.
Well, you did well.
To heal, inspire, and revive America. If not us, who? And if not now, when?
Governor Kasich. Well, the last USA Today poll had me beating Hillary Clinton by 11 points, more than anybody on this stage. Secondly, I hope you saw tonight that executive experience really matters. It matters in terms of growing our economy, balancing budgets, cutting taxes, reforming regulations. I've done it in Washington, I've done it in Ohio, and I can go back to Washington and do it again. But I hope you also notice tonight that I do have the foreign policy experience, not just a few years, but a lot of years in working with some of the great
Inside politics and chief national correspondent John King, senior reporter NIKAM, commentators Amanda Carpenter, Jeffrey Lord, Amanda, former director of the Justice Reporter, former top radio monitor, conservative columnist, and Evan, Republican strategist. John King, let's start with you. What a night! What the fire!
I can hear Trump's voice all the way from here. Like, where? It's gonna be great. What? It's gonna be good. Yeah, Trump.
Yeah, it's move fast. Yeah.
Turning it on. Okay.
Esperemos que el doctor Carson no nos arruine aquel momento para abusar a que tienen los cojones.
I'm not going to be able to sing it.
Vete, Carlos, por favor. I love the little gravy fly. It's great. Is that you? But stings like a hit. Aquí sigo, aquí sigo, aquí sigo. Hey, brother, please, by all means, by all means. Ahí está Trump, está ahí hablando Trump.
It is. The global disappointing for you. Well, I mean, it affects us everywhere. Because the reason that you have this is because the people encourage it. It's sort of like, you know, and everybody would be in there. And unfortunately, we all get burned down on that. Probably better. And, you know, our country is rapidly deteriorating. And people are much more interested. They're going to I ask you these questions, John. This is a bit difficult. I have to ask you. What's coming up people to you? And you're not a secretary of the government. Last year was a surgeon. My best friend's a surgeon as a father. Brain surgery. Shame that I'll be a reporter. Why stay? Why spend your money? Why put yourself in this? Because they could have ways of making